Yeah.
So, hello and welcome to the Lily Mercer Show. I'm here with Melo X.
Yeah.
How are
What's
you?
up? I'm good. Chilling.
So I met up with you back in July, and we were talking, just before you released the third part of the God EP trilogy. So you were actually telling me a bit about how, it's all about like an artist journey, like through traveling, basically.
Word.
And now you're out in London.
Yeah, man.
So are you getting some inspiration right now?
Of course, always. A lot of the album was inspired by London and different travels around the world, so I'm out here gaining some more experiences and taking some more energy.
But a tree must be a tree. Yeah. You and me is me. Together it was we.
And can you tell me a bit about the album? Are you producing on that? Because we heard a bit more production from you on the last project.
Yeah, majority of it is me. There's 12 tracks, 3 of which, or maybe 4 of which were on the previous EPs, so we brought them to the album, we mastered them. And then the rest of the album is produced by me, another producer named Abjo, who's with Selection. He's real dope. That whole label is real dope. And then Be Easy from Africa, a few other people, but majority of it is me, production-wise. Yeah.
And there's quite an interesting theme to the album as well, isn't it? Which is tied into the release date, which is November 5th.
Yeah, man.
So could you tell us a bit about that?
Well, the whole album is like inspired by my international travels. So, I mean, the breakdown of like the EPs leading up to the album was just to take time out to create a whole process that leads up to this big, happening. And I got the idea from V for Vendetta, and the way that the dude V, planned out all these series of events leading up to this event next year, and that's kind of what I did with the album. So dropping in November 5th, Guy Fawkes and all that. It's like, this is the new era of indie.
To ask you about your home borough, Flatbush, because I find it really interesting. In fact, it goes with the whole kind of indie thing, because there's actually something in the water in Flatbush, I've realised. Because if you look at you, then we've obviously got Flatbush Zombies, underachievers who, though they're signed to an independent label. Yeah. So what is it about Flatbush? Like, are they actually feeding people something there to make them so talented?
If they're feeding people anything, it would be beef patties and like curry chicken. Jerk chicken. It would be jerk chicken that they're feeding people. That's making them create spiritual good music. but yeah, I mean, all those dudes is like, it's just something in Flatbush that I guess it's because we have our own little community of Caribbean influences, and we all borrow from each other. And then I think it's something when these artists venture out of Flatbush. Like with me, when I ventured out of Flatbush into Manhattan and started seeing different faces, different people, different platforms, and then brought that back to the hood, and the hood dudes was like, yo, what is this? Like, why are you dressing like that? It's something that clicks in your head of like, I want to be unique.
We actually spoke about London slang and the kind of West Indian influence.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, you like kind of you realise that everyone here thinks that they're Jamaican in a weird way. Yeah, I feel like
they all are though. They're all Jamaican secretly.
What's your favourite word in London? What's your favourite slang that you hear?
I don't know if I have a favorite slang, but my favorite phrase is let me get. I'm from the ends, blood. Is that cool? Like I'm from the ends. Are you really from the ends?
See, I like that ends. You know that too.
I like the ends. Like, I'm from the ends.
So speaking of London, you also teamed up with someone from my hometown, Little Sims. Can you tell us how that came about?
My manager actually, I have a clothing line called Lily Merch, and we do these monthly mixes. And my manager will just gather like tons of music that he's been listening to, give me a folder, and then I'll just like collect them in a folder and put it out for people to download. So he did that one day, and I was just listening to everything, and it got to this track that was like Little Sims, and I forgot the name of the track, but she was just rapping. The whole track was just her rapping, and I was just like, I couldn't get past that track. I didn't listen to anything else he sent me. I just kept looping and doing. I was like, yo, who is this? And then I hit up my homeboy Eddie from Soul Culture. Like, yo, there's this artist named Lil Sims. Like, I want to get her on this track for this project called God Wi-Fi. And he's like, yo, I'm managing her. I was like, oh man, like you managing Little Sims, the Little Sims. And yeah, so we connected and we spoke through email, but recently, since I've been in London, we like met in person.
And you're well known for your production or your remixing kind of skill. So I wanted to kind of go in something that I asked you before, which was if there's a song that's untouchable. Now, you said there's not, but how would you feel if someone remixed your songs? Do you have an untouchable song that you think should stay as it is?
Nothing that I have put out is untouchable. Anything that I put out that you want to remix, you want to take, chop up, you want to pitch my voice down, you want to take my vocals out, you want to use 2 seconds of it, it's all good. Like, and anything you could, this is 2013, like, you got to be open to that. But if you try to make money off of it, you have to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? If it's like official song, iTunes, we're going to have to talk. That's how it's done, you know?
This is Melo X. I'm Lily Mercer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But a tree must be a tree.